Here is how to overcome fear and adversity. Whenever you guys have fearful thoughts come up, I know how it can be tempting to believe those, but realize those are not your thoughts. 10 minutes ago, you were not having those thoughts. So obviously that does not mean that, oh, this is your reality. Realize, see those fearful thoughts for what they are. They're BS. Those limiting beliefs are not true, guys. So don't let them hold you down. And one great way to see this and to realize this is to turn fear on itself. Use fear instead of letting it use you. And what I mean by that is simply you can focus on what happens if I don't achieve my goal. What happens if I don't take action? You know, if you're fearing what happens if I work on my online business, like, I don't know if it's even going to work, so why should I even bother with this? Stuff like that. When you start to have those overwhelming thoughts, then just ask yourself, okay, well, what happens if I don't take action? Like, what's the alternative? What was I going to do anyways, you know? Sit on the couch and play video games all day? I don't think so. That's not going to happen. That's not a great way to improve my life. That's not worth my time. So realize that. Ask yourself, what's the alternative? What happens if I don't achieve my goal? Like, what could be the downside of that? And you'll quickly realize that, you know, there's definitely a downside to that, and you will begin to link pain to not taking action. And so you will be able to push through the fear faster, and you won't listen to it anymore. You won't let that hold you back. And another thing you can do is, like I said, see, how is this belief absurd? How is this BS? How is this not true? How is this limiting me? Because whatever thoughts you believe, you'll move towards, you'll attract more of those into your life, because success breeds success. So if you think good, if you think positive, happy thoughts about like what you're grateful for, then you're going to get more of that. You're going to be able to find more things to feel grateful for, and more of those thoughts will come into your life. Same with fear. If you automatically think more fearful thoughts, if you think about the things that you're worried about, or you're worried that things won't work out, then it's going to be so much easier for you to feel fearful in the future. So break that pattern right now. Stop that right now. Decide right now, I must stop listening to fear. I must, because that's what's holding me back. That's the only thing holding you back in your life from living the life that you want, is fear. It's always been fear. So what if you do something different this time? Because if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. So you have to change your approach. You have to change the things that you're doing. So what happens if you decide not to listen to fear? What if instead of dealing with your fear, you defy it? What if you break through all the odds, no matter what? How strong do you feel when you say, give me your best shot? What happens when you say that? What happens when you push through it and say, you know what? I don't listen to this. I reject fear. Screw this. I decide not to listen to this because it's not true. So when you do that, you can change your life. And when you gain that momentum, that leverage over you, even if you use anger, even if you get yourself fired up and get yourself angry about this, pissed off, that can be powerful. That's more powerful than fear. Anger is a more powerful state than fear, because fear paralyzes you. Fear prevents you from taking action. But if you get yourself angry, get yourself pissed off, that's more resourceful, because then you will take action in that state. So get yourself angry if you need to. If you're having trouble overcoming these fearful thoughts and stuff like that, then just get angry about it. Be like, you know what? I refuse to listen to these thoughts. I refuse to listen to this and buy into this stuff, because this is what has been holding me back in my life this entire time. And I refuse to listen to it. I refuse to let it hold me back even more. And you know what? You're going to change your life when you do that. When you realize also that you are not your thoughts. We've all had fearful thoughts. Realize those fearful thoughts are just your mind. It's just trying to keep you safe. It's just doing the best it can. And unfortunately, it thinks that keeping you safe, keeping you where you are is the best thing for you. And it's not. Because we have to grow. Us as humans, it is a human need for us to grow. And if you ignore that need, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to not live the life that you truly want. So you have to act in spite of fear, and so you can turn fear on itself, or you could just remember not to listen to it, and you can replace it with empowering thoughts. And remember, this too shall pass. Even if you're having trouble, like yesterday and the day before, I really had trouble. I was really struggling with fear, and it just felt like no matter what I tried, all these different methods, like trying to turn fear on itself, link pain to this limiting belief and replace it, try and visualize in my dream life. I tried doing that, and it just felt like nothing was working. Like it just felt like I couldn't do it, you know? And And so I eventually realized, like, hey, this too shall pass. This has never lasted before. This has happened before many times, and it's never lasted. It's always been followed up by something good. And that gave me hope. That gave me confidence. That helped calm my mind a little bit more by realizing, hey, this too shall pass. No thought pattern, no emotions, no fear, none of that, no limitations last forever. But just what matters is just keep pushing forward. Just keep doing your best. Keep growing no matter what, even if it's just reading one page of a book, listening to one podcast, watching one video like this. Just do your best. Just keep moving forward no matter what, and you will get to where you want to go. You guys will. I know you guys will. I believe in you guys. I believe that you guys will succeed. And by just slowly working at this, getting better over time, 1% better every single day, that's what matters. That's what counts. And that is what will change your life. That is what will allow you to push through fear. And so the more you do this stuff, the more that you engage less in fear, the more that when you do feel good, when you do feel confident, and even when you don't, do your best to try and visualize your dream life. Even though if it may not work for you, then that's okay. Try something else. But if you are able to then visualize your dream life, and you have the mental energy and stamina to do that, then just do your best. Focus on where you want to go, because then you will attract more of those thoughts into your life, and it'll be easier for you to think good thoughts. Then fear will show up less and less in your life. And so the more you focus on good thoughts, then the more fear begins to weaken until it eventually dissipates. And I'm not saying you'll never have a fearful thought or a negative feeling in your entire life. That's unrealistic. But you can learn to not listen to them. You can learn to let go of them and realize, hey, that's not going to make things better. I'm gonna let that go, and I'm gonna refocus on where I want to go. So hope this video finds you well, guys, but it's really helped me to push through fear and realize, hey, this too shall pass. No matter what emotion you guys are feeling, it will pass, and something else will take its place. And one other thing I want to say is one thing that really helped me as well during those when I felt fearful and stuff, I realized, hey, all the other times before, fear was followed up. All this stress and worry and overwhelm, all of these, once they passed, it was followed up and replaced with positive feelings. I felt so happy then afterwards. And so, by motivating and hyping myself up, by saying something inspirational like, dude, like, we're gonna feel so happy. We're gonna feel the happiest we've ever felt after this. So just know, like, dude, it's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good, because we're gonna feel so happy and so grateful after this. This always happened before. This is just leading to a huge breakthrough in my life. This fear and all that is serving me, is empowering me, is helping me grow. And it's leading to the biggest breakthrough in my life. By saying inspirational stuff like that, instead of just saying, oh, there's no hope, I'm screwed, that will then motivate you. It will help you to think more positive and get yourself out of that fearful state. And it can just, again, reassure you for what's to come, because like I said, no thought pattern, no emotions last forever. And yes, once that thought pattern, that thought loop passes, then you will feel better. You'll feel happier, more grateful, more fulfilled. You can do your best to get out of it now. But even if you have trouble getting out of it and you can't get yourself to get out of that fearful thought, just know it will pass and something better will take its place. It always does, as long as you look for it, as long as you look for the good. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.